First time these two youngsters sit on the front row. Taylor Bowser in the number 7, Austin Flanagan in the number 67, Jared Freitas in the 47, Sam Matera in the number 4, Colin Levesque in the 44. We're ready to go off of turn number 4. Green flag is out, and Austin Flanagan looking to jump up to the top of the leaderboard as Taylor Bowser battles back down low as they head down the back straightaway. Caution flag is out, however. One car around, that is the 21 machine of Jeff Vickery, going around at the tail end of the field. So before we can even get a lap in, we are slowed up. It's what they call the accordion effect. Slowing up down towards the tail end of the field. Taylor Bowser, the second generation racer out of Taunton. Austin Flanagan, the third generation racer out of Warwick. Ready to have at it off of 4. There's a green flag as they drag race down into turn number 1. Even Steven as they hit the middle of the corner. Bowser with a little bit of an advantage gets the run down the back straightaway. A pair of Saturns up at the out front of the field. Here comes the 47 of Jared Freitas down on the inside. They come off of 4. Freitas is up to second. Matero is fourth, and the battle for fifth. Pion on the outside. The 44 of Colin Levesque down low as they race down the back straightaway. Matera moves up into the third spot. Austin Flanagan starting to backslide on the top side as they roll off of turn number 4. Here comes Freitas taking a look to the outside of Bowser as he settles it back behind. The young lady, a nurse over at Women and Infants, leads the charge off of turn number 4. Freitas got real close. It looked like she got the rocket booster out and pulled away just a little bit as they start to gang up on Austin Flanagan for that 4th position. The 44 of Colin Levesque, the 0 of Austin Pion, the 32 of Dave Simpson Jr., the 13 of Mikey Lafort, the 1 of Bolger, the 38 of Murray, all right there in that group fighting for that 4th position, and that is 4th through 8th. Bolger trying to make it 3 wide, and up front battle for the lead. Freitas down to the bottom, looking for the top of the leaderboard. He gets it off at 2. Matera is right there, but she cannot take advantage of that open lane. Trouble for Flanagan, slideways through the corner. Lafort takes evasive action as he bounces off the 32, trying to squeeze his way up towards the front of the field. Jared Freitas sets the pace. Taylor Bowser is second. Third is Sam Matera. Fourth is Colin Levesque. Fifth, Austin Flanagan trying to hold on with the 1 of Bolger right there. Bolger down on the inside, taking that spot away. Lafort works the inside of Pion through turns 3 and 4. 7 laps complete. 3 wide momentarily off the corner. Pion backed off the throttle and settled it in back behind. Takes a look underneath that 67. They roll down the back straightaway, and that is the battle now for the 7th position. Into 3 and 4 they go. Up front, Jared Freitas has opened up a nice comfortable advantage, about 4 car lengths over Taylor Bowser. Taylor has her hands full. Sam Matera knocking on the back door. The 44 of Colin Levesque right there. Carlin takes a look to the outside. Here comes Tim Bolger into that fight. Dives down to the inside of Carlin. They race for 4th down into turns 1 and 2. And a warning out for one driver. I wasn't sure who that was for. Might have been the 04 of Hamilton, as Hamilton is fighting an ill-handling car in the middle of the pack. Bolger on a roll down to the inside, slides underneath the 4 of Sam Matera. Now he sets his sights on Taylor Bowser, and he's going to need a scope to catch your lead of the 47 of Freitas has pulled away quite a bit as they roll off the corner. Freitas sets the pace. He crosses the line there for 11th. Bowser sits second. Bolger dives down to the bottom trying to get a run. Settles it in down into 1 and 2. This time off at 2. He's got a good run down low as Lafort takes a look up top. Settles it behind the 1. They roll underneath the 7. And they are now 2nd and 3rd. Bowser back to 4th. Matera rounding out the top 5. Freitas continues to work the lap traffic, and he's had no problem getting through the lapped cars as he finds himself with a very uncomfortable 7-car length advantage off of turn number 4. 13 down, 12 to go as they cross the stripe. Chasing that white and red number 47 of Jared Freitas side by side. A couple of lap cars as Bolger and Lafort squeeze in down low. Work their way up and try to close in on your leader. 1.49 was the lead difference last time, 1.34 that time across. So they are closing in on the leader. Lafort all over the back bumper of Bolger for that second position. Trouble for Matt Pion as he slows that car up through turns 3 and 4, drops it down to the infield grass. And Pion and the PLP seal coating machine has issues, while Carlin Levesque goes underneath the 7, takes over the 4th position. Your leaders, the second and third place runners have caught your leader down into turns 1 and 2, and down the backstretch they go. They are nose to tail for the top 3. Off of turn number 4 they come. Freitas now has a mirror full of Lafort and Bolger. The caution flag comes out again. This time it is for the 2 of LaValle down the back straightaway. Ready to roll. 9 laps remaining in this one. Freitas brings the field off of turn number 4. There's a green flag. Lafort makes it 3 wide down into turn number 1, while Bolger sets the pace off at 2. Freitas got freight train down the front stretch. Lafort down on the inside, looking for the lead off the corner. And him waving out the window. And the reason for that is he did jump the start past 2 cars. They told him he had to give it back or face a penalty at the end of the race. Well, he did his instruction. He's back up into the number 2 spot. But now he's got to chase down the 1 of Bolger. The 38 of Crystal Murray now up into the 3rd spot. Takes a look to the inside. Lafort's able to shut the door down into turn number 1, while Tim Bolger leads it across the stripe by 8 car lengths down into turn number 1. 1.1 seconds is the distance there. Lafort trying to run down some qualifying laps to close in the distance. And as they come off of turn number 4, the lead went from 1.1 to 0.9. So 0.2 of a second that time. And Lafort is putting down some absolute phenomenal laps right here around the 3rd mile. Crystal Murray just set her fastest lap as well. So did Jared Freitas. But Carlin Levesque has moved himself up into 4th. Another 0.2 off the lead time that last time, but he is running out of time. 3 laps to go this time across the stripe. Tim Bolger trying to go back-to-back here this evening. Lafort trying to get back into Everett's Auto Parts victory lane as Bolger sets the pace down into 3. Dave Simpson has worked himself up into the 6th spot. Good run for him after an early race incident set him back several positions. And as the field comes off at turn number 2, keep your eyes on the top 2. Couple of lap cars in front of them. Will they be an issue on the final lap as Bolger leads it down into turn number 1? Closes in on the lap cars. The 2 of LaValle sideways gathers it in, but Bolger is closing and closing hard. Into 3 and 4 they go. Down to the bottom goes Bolger. Checkered flag is out. Bolger makes it 2 in a row with Lafort in for 2nd. Murray will finish 3rd. Tyler DeHanchik comes out through the pack. He'll finish 4th. And Jared Freitas rounds out the top 5. Dave Simpson Jr. 6th. 7th for Sam Matera. Henry LaValle 8th. Dan Hayes 9th. And Jaden Hamilton rounding out the top 10.
In the Everett's Auto Parts Sport 4 division. And, wow, how about that? 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, I really got to thank Mikey for icing me clean there. He definitely had a shot to get into me. I was keeping it slow, trying to find a line to get around the cars in front of me. But yeah, definitely got to thank my sponsors for helping me this year. Brome Motors, Bayside Automotive, Ethan Souza Design. And got to thank everyone behind the car, my dad, my mom, my brother, Christine, Mike, Jaden, everyone who's helped me with this thing. And yeah, 2 in a row.
All right, Tim Bolger, 2 wins in a row in the Everett's Auto.